It has been said before, only to be said again. Corpus Christi is one of the most obese cities in the United States. United International Press in 2010 says, Corpus Christi, Texas is the fattest U.S. city. The magazine Men's Health found 4 of the top 10 fattest cities are in Texas. The magazine looked at the amount of money spent on junk food and how many people ate fast food 9 or more times in 1 month. The Associated Press in 2013 says, Corpus Christi, Texas, working hard to shed the fattest city label. And in their article below, they say type 2 diabetes are still double the national average in Corpus Christi. 4 in 10 people locally are obese. And Corpus Christi also has more fast food restaurants per capita than the national average. Color Times says as of 2018 that despite successes in health programs, Corpus Christi continues to struggle with obesity. And in their article below, they say South Texas continues to have a high prevalence of chronic disease. Good afternoon, you all. My name is Errol Florentino.
And I am Austin Dominguez.
And today we will be discussing with you the issue of childhood obesity in Corpus Christi. We call ourselves the Mass Movers.
As defined by the CDC, obesity is weight that is higher than what is considered as a healthy weight for a given height. According to everydayhealth.com, roughly 37% of the world's population is obese, which in contrast to the 66% of the United States is reasonable. With that being said, nearly half of those in the US who are obese are children. This fact is not only disappointing, but extremely concerning. Furthermore, in Texas alone, 1 of every 3 children are obese. Texas ranks 6th in the United States for the highest childhood obesity. Indeed, obesity is an extremely large issue all over the world, but the statistics for Corpus Christi are quite astonishing. In our home city of Corpus Christi, Texas, the low-income preschool rate of obesity is 5% higher than that of the state's average and on par with the state's national average for adults. Stephen Ponder, a local pediatric endocrinologist at Driscoll Children's Hospital, sees the obesity problem every day, and he is witnessing an alarming trend.
Children are becoming obese earlier, often before they even reach the school age. They are also being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And as we all know, this is very devastating. So why should we be concerned about childhood obesity? Why does this really matter? Well, according to the CDC, children who are obese at the preschool age are 5 times more likely to remain obese as adults. So what does obesity lead to? What can happen to these kids if they become obese as adults? And what can they face whenever they are adults? Well, according to Johns Hopkins Medicine, these children are susceptible to numerous negative impacts. And according to an excerpt from an article by Arizona State University, obesity can lead to other illnesses, some very severe and deadly, such as diabetes, heart attack, hepatitis, stroke, and even cancer. 4 of the top 10 leading causes of death in the U.S. are all related to obesity and are direct causes of obesity. So what do the people think about this? Well, we only really had one way to find out. So we conducted a survey of the general populace in Corpus Christi, and we received over 160 responses. We gave them 4 options to the question, what do you feel causes childhood obesity? And those 4 options were lack of awareness, bad parenting, television or electronics, or poverty. And as you can see, 40%, approximately 40%, chose that it was a lack of awareness that was causing this epidemic. So now that we know what the problem is, we had a follow-up question for them. Which solution do you think is the easiest to tackle? So we gave them the same 4 options in an awareness format, or in a solution format. We asked them, which solution do you think is the easiest to tackle? And a staggering 60% of them said that raising awareness was the most easiest solution. So now that we know what the people want, how can we achieve that?
How can we have an impact on the problem at hand? We can have a run and walk for childhood obesity. Will a run and walk really help with the problem in Corpus Christi, Texas? Yes. According to European Climate Adaptation Platform, Public awareness is important to increase enthusiasm and to stimulate self-vitalization and action, and local knowledge and resources. Here's what our route would look like. We would rendezvous at Sherrill Park, and from there make our way back to Bayfront Park, which would take about 2.4 miles. What would we need?
What would we need, Austin? Well, first off, we would need a sound system or speakers so that we can have guest speakers, which we are already in contact with. And we would also need a banner so that people can clearly see us at the event. And next, we would need an event permit so that we can hold the event. And then we need to pay the fee for renting out Sherrill Park. After that, we would need traffic control to ensure that all of our runners and walkers are safe, along with a security deposit that would be returned to us afterwards. And of course, we would need water and snacks, which would be healthy. And this last item that you see on our list is the impact that it would have on our community, which to us would cost nothing, but to some people in Corpus Christi would mean the world to them. Now, all of this would total out to approximately $2,250, but of course, the security deposit we would get back. So, where will all the proceeds go from this run or walk? Well, we have an organization here in Corpus Christi called Kids Get Fit. And what they do is they offer free exercise programs like Zumba, yoga, and other exercises for kids after school. And it comes of no cost to parents in the community. And that's why we feel that they are best fit to receive the proceeds from this, so they can continue their program.
You see, the goal of the run and walk is to simply advocate obesity's prevalence as an epidemic in Corpus Christi, similar to that as the sugary drinks portion cap rule, a bill that passed in New York City in 2012, which prohibited the sales of drinks and sweetened drinks over 16 ounces by regulated restaurants and other sources. The goal of the bill was to not prevent people from carrying out actions. It was to simply force them to understand that there is an obesity epidemic, an issue. That is exactly the purpose of our run. We're advocating its prevalence because people need to be able to inform themselves on the issue.
So let's not turn our back on our kids. Knowing that we have the potential to impact the lives of so many individuals, it is only in our best interest to pursue this civil affair. Thank you very much.